the first thing I wanted to ask you guys is,
all right, I didn't mean all the things, but didn't Julia beat you in golf?
what's up, you guys? It's Jacob, and I'm back with Julia and
Taylor and Soph.
And we're here. We're gonna have an awesome day. We're hanging out with them in Atlanta today, so we're actually super excited. We're gonna go to a bunch of fun places, so we're bringing y'all along. If you guys are new here and you haven't, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and yeah, we're gonna have a great day. Also, leave a comment below of things we should do in the future. If you guys want us to come hang out with Taylor and Soph again, we're gonna have a great time. So here we go, you guys. We're gonna get right into the vlog, and we'll see you guys soon. All right, you guys, what's up? We are in the car. We just got back from a long day of golfing, shopping, picture taking,
everything
you can think of. We had a really good time. But yeah, this is like the extended part of the vlog. We had such a great time with you guys, seriously. It was so fun.
It was amazing. Yes. Even though, didn't Julia beat you in golf?
3 times.
Yeah,
not just
not
once,
but 3 times.
Oh,
I'm embarrassed and I don't want to talk about it. But anyways, you guys, no, seriously, I'm so excited to continue our friendship with these guys. This isn't the last you'll see of them. So that being said, we wanted to talk to you guys kind of about like Christian relationships, but specifically like dive into things you do to keep the Lord at the center of your relationship, and then kind of tell that to the audience, because I know you guys have questions a lot of the times about how can I pursue the Lord in my relationship? How can I continue to keep him at the forefront of my mind in all that I do? And so the first thing I wanted to ask you guys is, what are things that you guys do to keep the Lord at the center of your relationship?
As far as like me and Sophia like really like to hold each other accountable. So, you know, staying in the Word, staying invested, and even like when we're not together, you know, encouraging each other to pray like throughout the day. Like honestly, like this whole social media thing has been so new to us within the like last 2 months. And so how many times have I told you every day, like we're just so thankful for everything, and we don't want to take credit for that. And that's just something that me and Sophia remind each other, I feel like daily, like everything given to us isn't because of what we've done, it's because what Christ did for us, and what God has provided to us. Not saying that we don't experience trials and tribulations and everything, but every blessing is from the Lord. And we just love to remind each other that, and just remind each other to stay in prayer, and just to know where it came from, and to not boast in ourselves, but only in the Lord.
For sure.
Agreed.
Well, guys, it's hard to like back up anything Taylor says. Like I either need to start it, or because Taylor just like explains everything so well.
Sophia thinks I'm like the best public speaker.
Yeah, I'm just
in
like
the
I'm
world.
like I couldn't have said it better. I would have just been
We like have the same mind, so
we do.
And he just speaks.
Here, I'll let you start the next one.
Guys, I think that's so awesome. That's so cool. Something we did too, Julia. Sometimes we'll send each other like the verse of the day, or like different things that we read throughout the day, and we think it's important for like the other person to see what we learned. Like it's just those small things, I think, like making that intentional effort. That's like really, really cool.
That's one thing we started doing as well, is like sending podcasts or like church sermons that, you know, we find like is very relatable, or you know, things we can use to build each other up.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's a good point.
And talking about podcasts, if you guys want to hear like our podcast, I'm sure we're gonna get Taylor and Sophia on it at some point. They're right here if you guys want to see them. We're super excited, so you guys can click that if you want. But yeah, for our second question, something that I think is really important to ask you guys is, what are qualities in the other person that you looked for when reaching out to one another, knowing that you wanted to keep Christ at the center of your relationship?
That's good.
You guys.
Go ahead, Sophia.
I had a whole pile of things.
Sophia may have had like a 100-page binder and like.
Yeah, like I honestly was probably looking for way more than anything possible.
Tell them why you kind of had that. I feel like it's good to have a little backstory. Like,
It's great to have like high standards and stuff. Yeah. It was like a shock when Taylor and I started dating, because everyone knew, like, he was my first boyfriend. Like everyone knew, no one ever met like what I wanted and what I was looking for. And honestly, I was always convincing people. I was like, guys, I'm not crazy. I'm just looking for like a good guy. And like my things weren't like out of the water. Like, you know, it was all like, I thought very normal things to look for. Like I was like, I want a Christian guy, but I was like, every guy I know is Christian, but I see nothing, like everything they do on a day-to-day, I'm like, it's not what I'm, you know what I mean? It wasn't like what I was actually looking for. Yeah. So I was like, until then, and so every time like my mom would like send me a guy, she'd be like, what about this guy? Mom, I can literally look at his Instagram page and I just know it's just not okay. And that's not me being judged, but you can kind of get a feel.
Right.
Like I'll see one thing and I'm like, okay, how's he doing that like on the daily if he's like a Christian? Like, it's just, and it's not like, oh, people make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes and like no one's perfect, but like, I was still like,
you weren't seeing a lot of fruit in
I was
in
not.
others.
I wasn't. And
In some of
so
them.
I had a whole, it was basically just, I was looking for a great Christian guy, and everything falls into place. When I met Taylor, he was just a sweet little angel. And he was perfect for me. So, and he met all the things I was looking for in a guy. No one's perfect, like I said.
All right, I didn't meet all the things, but I met a lot of them.
He did. He was so cute. Did I answer that correctly?
Yeah, that was good. But like, what were some of the ones you were like looking for?
I mean, I was just looking for someone who, all the things, as a Christian you're supposed to do on the day-to-day actually play out in their lives. Not just, oh, I'm a Christian, you actually
that
see,
fruit of the Spirit.
yes, you see it in everything they do, the way they talk, handle things.
For sure.
What they do, like what they spend their time doing is a big thing. Like, what are you doing,
For me, it was really just knowing that Sophia's first love wasn't me, it wasn't someone else, but it was Christ. As well as, just like listen to the way she speaks, to the way she treated others, really just like took its toll on me and just got my heart moving. We started dating really fast because like we just did not want to wait. But yeah, I like just qualities. I would see like other girls or whatever, their bio may say Colossians 3:23 or Jeremiah 29:11, all these like iconic Bible verses in their bios, but yet their lives just the fruit didn't seem to match what they were saying or trying to portray. And that was just like very interesting to me. So then
it stood out because we weren't used to
So
it.
when I saw Sophia, everything just seemed to align, and her words really matched her actions. She wasn't someone that just like knew of Jesus, but she knew Jesus, like
So good.
we can say that like, I know of Steve Harvey, but I don't know Steve Harvey. Everyone,
Steve Harvey.
I heard that the other day that like you may know of someone, all these people may know of Jesus, but what percentage of those people know Jesus? And that's just something I saw in Sophia. I just really felt like she knew the Lord.
That's so awesome. Oh,
Okay.
that's so awesome, you guys.
Sorry.
That's so awesome, you guys. Oh my goodness. And like for you guys listening here, like I want you guys to know that you don't have to settle. Like I want you guys to know, like if you're searching for that person, like you can search for that person, but don't settle. And if it is the Lord's will for you to be in a relationship, He will provide that person to you at the exact time He wants to. And so don't become discouraged that, oh, you don't have the Christian girlfriend that you're looking for. The Lord is going to prepare you through the different seasons that you go through in order to be ready to actually be with that person.
Yeah.
And I think that's important to remember because a lot of the times we try to rush God's timing to fit into our timing. And in that, there's a lot of things that go wrong, right? It's destructive. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if you aren't in a relationship or if you are, these are things to look for, but also don't be discouraged if you're not there yet. If it is the Lord's will for you to be with someone, He will deliver that person to you at the exact time that He wants to. And so be encouraged by that.
That's good, bro. That is
Seriously.
good preaching it.
Yeah.
And one thing I think of too is like, this is so funny, but I remember like talking to all my friends in high school and beginning of college and things like that, and they would give this long list of characteristics that they wanted in a guy. But if you're gonna have that, you need to, be that as well. Like you need to have the same standards for yourself as you set for your partner, because
That's good.
this is gonna sound blunt, but like you set that standard and you're not keeping it. The person with that standard isn't gonna want to date you, and that sounds so bad. But like you're telling that person like, hey, I want you every single morning that you wake up. You need to be in the Word for an hour every single day. No missing. Like if you miss, like and like if you're holding that standard, which is like a huge extreme, and you're not doing it yourself, that's a conversation to be had. And so it's super important to hold yourself to even a higher standard than you hold others, because you're the only one in control of yourself. Like you're the only one who can really regulate that.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
the important thing to remember is like we're called to be equally yoked, so pursuing Jesus at the same speed. So that's not because you're being picky, right? That's because you want to be able to take care of this person in the way that the Lord calls you to. And so that's just something where if like you feel like you have those things and nobody's meeting up to your standard, again, that is okay, because you want to be with this person long wise. Like the goal is a marriage if you choose to date somebody. And so just be encouraged by that today. All right, you guys, so the last question that I have for you guys, and I think a lot of people really do need to hear this, and it's this: what are different things in your everyday life that you guys try to do together in order to glorify the Lord, so that when people look at you, they say, man, where does their joy come from? And you guys can say, you know, it's Jesus. What does that look like?
Yeah, we honestly, like, we love to, like, take care of others, and also, like, just, like, the words we say. So, you know, like, after, you know, meeting someone for the first time, or a simple saying, have a blessed day, you know, that leaves an impact. You know, blessed, you know, not many people say that. So, like, we're very careful with the words we say, as well as, you know, like, opening the door for Sophia, because, you know, that's honoring her, that's honoring the Lord, you know, that's respect. And people in the parking lot also, you know, may view that and say, dang, I haven't seen that in a long time, why is he doing that? You know, that may spark a conversation like it has before.
Just being kind to people, like, you know, when someone's so nice to you at the store, you're just like, how is this person so nice? But and then also, like, we do things like little things, like you've even got one on right now, wearing, you know, shirts we wear because people will ask questions that can spark conversations.
This friend of God.
Yes, things like that, just always wearing things like that.
Doing the most to start a conversation, because there are curious people. I was one of those curious people that wanted to ask someone who really, I felt like, knew God or thought knew God questions, because if you're not a Christian, you are curious. You know, and we're called to have Jesus, the Holy Spirit, as a light within us once we receive salvation. So when people look at us, our main goal is not for us to be seen, but it's the light inside of us to be seen, which is the Holy Spirit, to spread the gospel and spread the good news. So
Wow.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to add was, like, I was having a conversation with some of my friends the other day, and I was talking about how when I was in the airport the other day, I had on a "What Would Jesus Do" crew neck. And I was like, you know what? I gotta be extra nice to people, because if I do something like mean, it's gonna reflect on Jesus, because I'm wearing his name on my shirt. And then I was like, wait a second, why am I not like that all the time? And like, obviously no one's perfect, but I was like, man, if we could all have the mentality that we're literally wearing Jesus on our, because we're supposed to be a mirror, right? A reflection of who Jesus is. And so if we act, I mean, you're wearing one right now, and like, and pretend like, you guys, when you walk out your daily lives, be like, man, I'm gonna act like I'm wearing the name of Jesus, because you really are, you know, whether your treasures are met here on earth or they're stored up in heaven. Even God sees that, and that brings God glory when you make the effort to glorify Jesus in every single thing that you do. Maybe, you know, showing grace at Starbucks when they take too long making your coffee. Like, just be nice. Like, you know, things like that. So
Makes a difference.
I love that.
Well,
It's powerful, man.
you guys, that's all I have for the questions. Good job. Good job. You guys, again, these are our new friends, Taylor and Sophia. Taylor Watts and Sophia Hill. And so, anyways, you guys, their channels, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all of it are going to be linked below. And if you want to see their video, that's going to be linked below. They did a Christian Q&A as well, so you guys can head right on over there. But you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We had such a great day.
We had the best time with y'all.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so this isn't the last time you'll see them, y'all. But until next time, you guys, comment new ideas. Let me know what you think of this. If you learned something, comment new ideas down below. Again, if you're new, hit the bell for notifications, subscribe. I'd love to see you guys come here every single day. Our goal is to pour into you guys so that you guys can grow closer to Jesus. And so if that's you, man, I just want this to be a safe space and a community for you. But until next time, you guys, thank you guys so much, and we will see y'all in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Bye, guys.